Dianne Lake was born in 1953, some sources stating that it was either in February, others in December. Pretty sure she was born in February. Either way, she was the first of 3 children. She grew up in Minnesota, her father a house painter, her mother a housewife. Her father was remembered as a moody but playful man with an interest in art. He became interested in reading authors like Jack Kerouac and Timothy Leary. He became interested in jazz music and sharing these interests with Dianne. At an early age, she was sexually abused by her grandfather. One day, Dianne's father, Clarence, left his wife and 3 kids to go to California and pursue his art studies. He also left his wife for another woman. From that moment on, Dianne would refer to her father as Clarence. 2 years later, in 1965, Clarence called her mom wanting his family back, and that summer, they moved to California to be with him. Her father became more into the counterculture of the time, but it was her mother that introduced him to pot. There, he introduced it to Dianne. Her father eventually bought a bread truck and converted it into a cramped living area where they would drop out of society. Their family would travel around California, though Dianne often felt like she was excluded, treated more like an adult, despite being a teen. Her family ended up at the Hog Farm, a hippie commune. There was trouble with Dianne, and the Romneys, the owners of the commune, decided to kick Dianne out or at least try to keep her in their attic, as she was, as Romney said, jailbait, a decision that allegedly her parents were okay with. In her book, Dianne stated that her mother knew nothing about this. Her parents had given her a letter giving her permission to live on her own. She went to live with a couple who then introduced her to Charles Manson. Apparently, they somehow had already heard of Dianne and seen photos of her. It has never been revealed how they already knew this. Dianne ended up joining the family and had intercourse with Manson. Multiple sources have stated how Manson would beat on Dianne. Even Tex Watson's book stated this. Manson also raped Dianne. Dianne went to the desert with the Manson family and was among those arrested at the Barker Ranch raid of October of 1969. In January of 1970, she spent 6 months in Patton State Hospital due to all of her emotional trauma. She was later declared competent to testify at the Tate LaBianca trial. Dianne's testimony was among one of the ones to convict Leslie Van Houten. Dianne later married and had a family of her own. She was later widowed around 2013 when her husband passed away from Merkel cell carcinoma. In 2017, Dianne released her autobiography.